Hey there folks, I'm Jill from the Dharma Studio. Today we're going to look at the transition between a seated position and Chaturanga. This movement develops over time, so a daily dedicated practice, patience, and a healthy respect for the learning process are all required elements in order to gain the strength and flexibility needed to flow safely from one place to the next. This video is going to show you two different ways to do it, and both of them require shoulder stability, core awareness, and faith in yourself. So let's get started. We're going to start on our mat, and we're going to take a cross-legged position. So the first one is the roll over and the step back. So we're going to roll over our knees and plant our hands. Hands are going to go shoulder-width distance apart, and you're going to spread your fingers. I like to have my index fingers parallel to one another. Maybe you like your middle fingers parallel. Depends on your shoulders. But try to get the wrist creases to point forward. Inner elbows are going to spin more forward than towards one another. Now take the heads of the arm bones over the tops of the palms and then float the front ribs into the body so you feel your core. Now squeeze your arms strong and straight, so already you feel the shoulders and the core are working. Uncross the legs, and as you step back to a plank, be very careful that you're not shifting the shoulders back and out of alignment. So keep the heads of the arm bones moving forward as you step one foot back, firm the thigh, step the other foot back, firm the thigh. So now you're in a plank posture. Take a breath in here, and we're going to do a kneeling chaturanga. As you breathe out, drop the knees down, point the toes, bend the elbows straight back, and stretch the sternum forward as you lower to a chaturanga. Take an inhale here, we're building strength, and as you exhale, come all the way down. Keep the hands where they are. Just inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Forget about pushing your hands down into the earth. Just lift using your back muscles and your core. So big breath in, squeeze the elbows together, shoulders on the back. As you breathe out, bring the forehead back to the mat. Keep the shoulders moving away from the neck, and then inhale, push back up into a kneeling plank, and then exhale, tuck the toes, take downward facing. So that would be one of the transitions, the rollover. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to kind of speed it up just a little bit. So join me if you feel like it. So crossing the legs. Take an inhale here to prepare. As you exhale, take the weight into the hands, step back, lower the knees, still exhaling, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the head and heart. Exhale, lower down. Push the arms straight. Breathing out, downward facing. So that was the one where we roll over and we step back, making sure that we honor both directions, so sternum forward as the feet go back. And when you lower to chaturanga, make sure the elbows don't break outside of the shoulder width, but keep them right in line. So you're literally scraping the torso as you bend the elbows back. So the next one is a rollover and a hop back. Now we're kind of adding more movement, so we really have to be strong and vigilant about securing the shoulders and keeping the core connected. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit, and then I'll do it again, and hopefully you'll join me the second time. So cross-legged position. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, and again I'm going slow motion, hands down, bend the elbows, squeeze them towards one another, step back, and lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. So speeding it up, you're going to see me literally hop both of my feet to the back of the mat. As I do, I'm literally taking my hands, energetically pulling them back so I can get my chest to come forward and up. My legs press back and my legs are really engaged. So this is what it looks like. Join me if you feel like it. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, hands down. Inhale. If you want extra body strength, exhale down. Plank, kneeling or straight leg, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog or child or wherever you're going to go next. So there you have it. You have the roll over and the step back. Great for securing the shoulders. If you're working on upper body strength, that might be the one that you do. The second one, a little bit more core, but there's a little bit more demand on the shoulders as well. So make sure that you have that strength going into it, because otherwise the elbows will pop wide as you hop back. Either way, spend as much time as you need to transitioning this way. Sooner than you think, you're going to start to build the strength and the flexibility that's needed to pick yourself up and pendulum through the arms and kind of float it back. But in the meantime, choose something that fits you well, right? So you want to make sure that you honor your body and the set of limits and capabilities that you bring to the mat. And you don't practice with a body that you don't have or that you used to have, but you practice with the body that you walk in today with, and you honor that. When you don't, and if you try to rush this process and you become impatient, The weakest part of our body generally takes a hit, and that's where injury can occur. So to prevent injury, just honor yourself, be patient, be compassionate. It's going to keep you on the mat and keep you practicing. Thanks for watching. Namaste.